round 15, and Trifecta looking on point here against Complexity. It's going to be up to Trifecta, though. Oh my goodness, but Semphis and Sanks showed up to the party, able to drop the bomb down outside party, and Roka and Semphis will end up cleaning that thing up, and that's Complexity picking up a big CT-sided round over Trifecta. That was a really big pistol round that came out from Complexity there. They're down in rounds here. Trifecta, I mean, they got 11 rounds from the CT side, so it's going to be up to Complexity here to try and mirror that from their own CT side to prevent Trifecta from winning map number 1. And if you guys looked at the CSGO Lounge odds, they were huge in favor of Complexity. But, I mean, Trifecta showed up, and as I've said before, I am hot on Whitmer. He's an animal, so once we get the op in his hands, let's see what can happen here. But into an eco round coming out from Trifecta, trying to make their way into this B-bomb site, not working out for them. They do get a couple trade-out frags. Roka and Valens will go down, thanks to Shinobi and Whitmer hitting some shots, but Complexity does pick up the anti-eco. That's a 6th round in their favor, and as we hit round 18, that score is going to be 11-6.
I am back. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, bro.
G'day, mate.
Still love me?
G'day?
You learn to love me?
Negative.
Alright.
That's a big fat negative, sir. Test pattern is full. You are not cleared to buzz the tower, Maverick. Please tell me you know what that is.
Yeah, permission to show for us. Oh, wait, was that what he said? Was that what he said? Can't remember what his line was before. It was negative Ghost Rider. And,
permission to buzz the tower. Negative Ghost Rider. Test pattern is full. That was Top Gun. Come on now. Come on now.
I knew it was Top Gun.
When Goose died.
Poor Goose. You know they're making a new Top Gun, by the way. Yeah,
Goose dies.
Spoilers.
Spoiler: Goose dies.
Yeah, they're actually making a new Top Gun, apparently.
What?
Apparently, yeah.
Is Tom Cruise at his 75-year-old bottom end
Maverick? Apparently, it's supposed to be about drones, though, and not like actual jet planes or some crap. I don't know.
That's totally lame.
It is pretty
That's
dumb.
totally lame.
Anyway, we're back into the game here. Complexity getting aggressive on the CT side, pressing up, able to get a couple of kills here. Bison 6 respond pretty well, though, so it's back into a 3v3 already here very quickly, as these are two very aggressive teams. So you're going to see probably a lot of early engagements like this throughout, you know, the entirety of this series, really.
I just full tilt here, just Kenny Loggins singing in my headphones right now. There's the highway to the danger zone. It's just going. It's just beautiful. But we are evened up now into round 19.
You are just on it tonight, man.
I'm on it tonight.
I need to know what you're on.
That overtime
so I can get some.
Took it out of me. I'm tired.
That's what it is. We did an overtime together.
I worked 12 hours of my regular job, then I had to come home, and then I got like triple overtime going. And dying. Man. But yeah, like I said, we're evened out 3-on-3 here in round 19, and we're gonna have Trifecta trying to earn their way into this B bomb site. They've got in there as Vice is able to take down Roka, but Sank's quick on the trade out, so we're gonna be even 2-on-2. They don't have the bomb down yet. It's actually down in water right now, so Whitmer has to actually go collect that. And they have some decent positioning right now. Sanks is gonna be trying to work his way from Graffiti, and we actually have Valens trying to work his way up off of the catalog out of construction. And yeah, Valens gets one frag before the nade trades him out, so 1-on-1.
Let's see if Vice can try to win this thing. He's been big this round. He gets a quad kill on the round. He's a top fragger for his team at 22, so well out ahead here. And he comes with a big play there. So Trifecta now up 12-7. And Complexity struggling here. And I mean, to be honest, they've been struggling for us most of the season, man. I mean, they have not really done what we thought they would be able to do with the talent they have on this team. Before playing this game, they had played, what, 10 games? This is actually their last game of the season. They have 3 wins, 3 ties, and 4 losses, so definitely not what we expected. And they're up against Trifecta, a team you think they should be able to beat based on the skill they have on this team, but they're finding themselves in a tough spot here on Overpass, which is a map that Complexity, you know, when you look at, like, say, ESEA, for example, they were able to take CLG on it, 16-10. Very good result there. But yeah, tonight against Trifecta, struggling on this map. From what I can tell, obviously we didn't get to see much of it.
Yeah,
but,
we didn't see first half. But I mean, first half was well in favor of Trifecta. I mean, 11-4. That's pretty good in favor of Trifecta from CT side. I mean, this map was a little CT sided, then it kind of swayed a little bit, and the meta started changing, and it got a lot closer. But 11-4 is a little bit more towards the stomp side of a CT side play now, with how the map plays now. After the map adjustments, after people getting used to it, that's a little heavily CT side at that point. That little bit more than you would expect.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think this is still a CT side of the map. Don't get me wrong, but it's not to the degree of, say, a train or
definitely not.
Or an Inferno or something like that. It's probably. Yeah, well, Nuke's not even in the pool anymore. Nuke is
the best map ever.
Yeah.
So,
I would say this is probably like maybe the third or fourth most CT side map rotation. Maybe like Mirage and Overpass kind of compete, which has more terrorist opportunities. Not really sure. Depends on the team, really. So not as CT sided, but I mean, 11. That's pretty big for Trifecta. But now they're trying to go into Long B here, and they catch Roka. That's a big kill from Shinobi.
See, one thing that we see here, we know Complexity is aggressive. We know Trifecta is aggressive also. It just seems like so far from what we've seen, Trifecta has had the better of the exchanges of being able to trade out the aggressiveness of Complexity or just win the gun battles heads up against Complexity, not even worried about trading it out. And as you can see, they got 3 frags in their favor. Automatic, Roka, and Valens all down. And Semphis and Sanks only 2 alive here. And Trifecta's just winning these gun battles straight up. Once they get the guns in their hands, they're just out shooting Complexity.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough to see Complexity struggle like this. They're a big brand, obviously. They're a name we know very well in CS. They have some really talented players on that team. Like Automatic and Sinks used to be a really great entering duo on Island back in the day. They've proven themselves. Roka always had the reputation of being a really good aimer in the scene. Semphis has a lot of experience under his belt. One of the more seasoned veterans in North American CSGO. One of the most decorated players as far as like stuff that he won with coL and Quantic and 51 and Cloud9 before he got removed from that team, and they just haven't really played up to the level we thought they would be able to, given that the skill level they have. Now things have been better for them. I think they're 6-3 in ESEA, so things have been better for them over there. But in our league, they've really struggled throughout the entire season.
Yeah, so now we're into round 21. That was a Trifecta round 20 at least. That'll be 13-7 scoreline for Trifecta, who's looking really good and on point to keep this pain train rolling in their favor. And Complexity true to form here. We can't have a Semphis team without some buyouts. We got Semphis glass cannon, relatively glass cannon. I mean, he's got body armor, so. Still, yeah, but he's still trying to roll it into this round. Automatic, Roka, and Valens, the 3 that died, are going to be rolling P250s and a 5.7, so they're going to try and hold it out.
I mean, Saints just even up the money by buying the M4, so I mean they're still okay to probably buy next round, even with this, and just give themselves a chance to win. They need to win a round. I mean, Trifecta's leaning towards Matt Point here pretty soon, so I think this is actually one of those 4 spots that actually makes sense given the score and given the money situation for coL. But we'll just have to see if they can make it work here. I mean, they really need Semphis to make a play with this op, and they need Sanks to come up with the M4. And so far, both guns are in the right position, and they're both over towards A, which is where Trifecta is beginning to, split the site. They have 3 upper park here, 2 towards the mid, just 1 lurking at B, actually. Never mind. So we'll see. How does this work out?
Ooh, Sanks is going to get caught there by AS2, who had the superior positioning in the bathrooms, who worked off that smoke, caught the angle, ends up taking him down, and man, Trifecta just mowing their way through this A bomb site until Automatic does find 2 with the 5.7 in hand. He did pick up an AK, so he's able to use that, tries to pop flash himself down the stairs out of the bank. And Vice was there waiting, didn't get blinded at all. AS2 with a 3K on the round, and that's Trifecta up 14-7 over Complexity, and they're getting very close to trying to win this.
Yeah, that was a big round from AS2, getting those entries on the A-bomb site. A little quick trivia for you, or a quick fact, that is actually MaxCap, who used to be a professional StarCraft 2 player way back in the day, like Wings of Liberty. Like, wasn't like a very highly rated pro player, but he did in fact compete in some pro level competitions in StarCraft 2. I think he was a Grandmaster Protoss player, if I'm not mistaken. No, never mind. I think he was Terran. Sorry. Anyway, no, he was a StarCraft 2 pro, so that's kind of a cool little quick fact.
And we have Trifecta again opening up the round. That should be Shinobi pushing up, able to take down Valens out of that B bomb site. So already Complexity here a little bit off tilt. I mean, or off kilter, I should say, not tilt. I hate that word, tilt. But either way, it's going in favor of Trifecta. Roka tries to push through the smoke out of the construction, ends up going down as Sick and Whitmer end up mopping up the round. And we haven't even really seen the op come out from Whitmer. They haven't needed it yet so far. And Trifecta up 15-7 over Complexity, looking like they're going to mop their way through map number 1.
I mean, it's looking that way, right? I mean, they're doing a great work here. Even though they were probably considered the underdog coming into this, they have looked all but that, you know, as they are at map point already. Had a dominant CT side. We didn't really get to see it at all, where they got 11 rounds. So they already were off to a great start before we even got to watch them begin to play. And here on T side, they haven't let up. Sank's trying to get arrested with the 5-7, trying to make a play here. He gets 1 kill, quickly traded, but Simphus has also found a frag with his Deagle. So, I mean, Complexity remaining competitive despite being on, you know, a force here, and they actually have a man advantage. So there is some hope here for Complexity to keep this thing going a bit longer.
So now we're into round 23, possibly the final round of this map number 1, as Trifecta is now on map point for map 1. All they have to do is get 1 more in their favor, and they've mopped this thing up. That'll make it a clean sweep at 16-7, which is a pretty devastating victory in favor of Trifecta, especially with how well Complexity has done in recent past on this map. That's very, very impressive that Trifecta is able to do this.
I mean, they've actually done a lot this season that I didn't know that they would be able to do looking at their team. They've actually, for a new team into the Pro League, I guess they and me were kind of 2 new bloods into the team, and they've actually performed pretty decent this season, given that they're new. A lot of ties to good teams like CLG and Luminosity.
Definitely. Hit round 24 now. Complexity will stay alive. They get themselves an 8th round. They're still in this thing. They're not out of it yet. But it's looking tougher and tougher as the round go on, because Complexity having a buyout from here forward. Valen's only able to rock a scout here with body armor, not a full safe buy coming out from Complexity. They bought what they had to, or what they could anyways, because, I mean, they have to win every single round. If they drop a round, it doesn't matter at this point, because Trifecta wins it, and they work their way towards map number 2.
I see them all gathered up here inside the upper park, except for their lurker, which is going to be Shinobi actually lurking at B. And he gets the entry on the Roka, just takes him down immediately. Great headshot. Forces Simphus actually pushed through stairs. Then he probably thinks it's B, so he's not trying to flank long B. It's only Sanks at A defending. It's 4 players about to attack in the upper park, and the rotation's very far away. This is probably over here, unless Sanks comes up massive.
Yeah, Sank's going to be that Lone Ranger trying to defend this thing. He tries to get the shot off on 6, ends up taking down Sick, as Simphus finds one on Shinobi also. But they're going to be in trouble here. Valens actually hits a scout shot, scares AS2 for the time being, but it will be an even 3-on-3. They're going to be able to pick up that Molotov and throw that down there. Whitmer hits the shot on Valens, as we're 3v2, 2-man retake attempt coming out from Automatic and Simphus. Their position coming out of CT spawn. Automatic's already up the stairs. He tries to pre-fire around the corner. Vice will punish him for that missed pre-fire. And Simphus right there also. Molotov forces him out in the open, and Vice takes him down. That's a 16-8 victory in favor of Trifecta on map number 1. So now we're going to be looking towards map number 2 here, and Trifecta, man, that's a pretty stunning victory for them.
Yeah, again, it's hard to break it down because I didn't really get to see any of the first half, which is where most of the rounds took place, because, I mean, the second half wrapped up pretty quick, actually. From what I could tell, just looking at the numbers, though, it seemed like Roka really struggled. He was 10-20, I think I saw on the scoreboard, which is definitely not the normal numbers you expect to see out of that guy. They seem to have a bit of an off game, and Trifecta, looking at their numbers, outside of Vice, who was, you know, in the mid-20s, everybody else was in the high teens, so a pretty tight frag distribution there on Trifecta. So it seemed like a pretty good just team effort all in all, and they get it. I mean, again, this is a team that's impressed me this season, given that they're a rookie to the Pro League. Ties against Luminosity and CLG and Winter Fox. They have yet to play Liquid. I think that's their last game of the season, actually, is against Liquid. They've already ensured a tie tonight against Complexity. I guess the only disappointments were losses to 3-Up and Method, really. I mean, other than that, they've done pretty well for themselves. They've probably ensured that they're going to be in Pro League next season. So that's always good, to be a new team on the block and do well enough to not be forced into some type of relegation situation.
Definitely.
You know, props to them. And
so
getting some map wins against some good teams. So
yeah, very, very true. So now we're going to be going on to Dust 2 here. Trifecta versus Complexity, map number 2. We're just going to wait for all the players to reconnect to the server and get readied up, guys. I think we're going to throw it to a break while we wait for them to ready. And as soon as they're all ready, we will get this thing live and underway with map number 2 here in your CEVO MLG Season 8 Pro League. As Trifecta is facing complexity, we'll be right back.